Hello again. So this will be a short video, and I've got hopefully Saturday. My lawn guys are going to come. They're going to take out this giant boxwood and this poor dead boxwood and this boxwood. Now you can't see how tall these are. These things are 5 feet tall. This one's probably 3.5, maybe 4 feet tall. They're way overgrown, way too big. I'm going to keep these 2 miniature rose bushes in here, but I'm going to prune them way down because I haven't pruned them in years. They're normally about a quarter that size. And all those little sucker boxwoods are going to come out there. You know, this stuff right here. And then he is going to take out all of the roses. So I'm just going to have them cut right at the ground level, straight across, and then I'll go through and, you know, use I don't know what. I know there's stuff that you can put in stumps. You can use Roundup, whatever, to make sure they don't grow back. But first, I am going to take some cuttings from this orange one because, I mean, look at this. Ugh, so pretty. And it actually, this one smells good. But look, this thing's 6 feet tall. That one's probably 7. That one over there is probably 8 or 9. Let me see. Yeah, that's got to be at least probably 8 feet. That one over there, it's even taller. That one's probably 9 feet. And there's grapevines growing in it. They don't get grapes. They just, you know what? I spoke too soon. Look at this. It does have grapes on it. It got dogs. Look at that. Can you see, where is it? Can you see the grapes there? I don't know if you can see that in the video, but it's got little clusters of grapes. Yeah, right there, little clusters of grapes. It's kind of getting washed out, but so I'm going to take cuttings of that orange one, and I'm going to take cuttings of this yellow one in here, because this one also is really pretty. I love it. Look at that. Oh, this yellow one smells good too. Look at this grass, whatever this weed thing is. So I'll be able to get all this cleaned up. Hopefully, today is Wednesday. Hopefully they're going to make it Saturday. He told me he would let me know. Because they do, you know, the regular gardening. I just turned my water back on. I've got brown spots all over. I hadn't even paid attention that I haven't watered anything out here since fall. But I want to get all this cleaned up and start working on this. This is mostly going to be top dressing with boulders and maybe some potted plants out here. And then maybe a few like an agave americana, you know, something hardy out there. Something that I know can take full sun and can also take the winter. Look at this. I just noticed on this grapevine growing out of here, little clusters of grapes. But this stuff's just, I don't even know where that came from. We must have been feeding grapes to the pigs and they just seeded. But I'll be happy to see all this gone because, yeah, it looks like a jungle in there. And I do have cuttings of a couple of them. I might take a cutting from this red one. I'll probably take it from the one on the end, which was one of the original ones, because this has the actual really, that classic rose smell. I don't know if this color's coming out right. This is like a deep red. It looks so much brighter on camera, but it's actually a really deep, dark red. Look at that. They're so pretty. But it's too much out here. I want them in pots. I'll have a little potted rose garden out by my greenhouse where I can take care of them. And we'll get this looking better. So we'll check back in on Saturday. In progress. He's getting them all cut down. This is gonna look so much better out here. No more watering all these or pruning them all. Roses are a lot of work. So he's about halfway done. He's gotten a lot of the big roses dug out. or cut off, basically. He can't really dig them out. I'll try and probably cut them down a little bit. But he said he's cut them down as close to the ground as he can. But they're like stumps, you know. So there's a little bit left to pull out over in there. And then I'm going to come in with the weed eater and just, you know, try to get all those weeds raked up in one pile. And I'll probably just have Dave burn it. But I'll clean up all in here. Yeah, get all those weeds cleaned up. And then over here, he's still got a lot to do with these boxwoods, but he's got them cut down. And I might just hide these stumps with just buy some large boulders to put in there. And we'll see, but he's still got this one to get rid of. And it ended up taking, he said, probably 2 truckloads of cuttings and stuff. So he ran off to dump that, and then he'll be back. But man, he's quick. I figured this would be a half-day project, but he's only been here about an hour or so, maybe 2 hours. And he's just gotten so much done. So I see my little Hectia fell out of its pot again. I need to figure out a better way to plant this. It is got roots, so it's trying to root. So we'll fix it again. But yeah, we're making progress. It looks so strange without these huge boxwoods. So he's almost done. He's gonna pull out this little dead one here too. I think he's just kind of cleaning up. There's huge mounds here. I don't know if it shows up on camera. That's actually perfect because it'll give me a nice kind of rolling look to it without having to actually do any mounding. I'll just be putting top dressing over that. I'll probably try to cut these down a little bit more. But yeah, these have been needed to go for a long time. Been needed to go. These have been needing to be gone. I've needed to pull these out for a long time. Yeah, I've been over these boxwoods for quite a while. So I'll prune these little roses down and really clean those up, because I'll probably leave those mini ones there in between. They're just cute. I'll just have to water them by hand, but they don't need a lot of water. And then down there, he's pretty much done. He's just got to clean up a little bit left, and then I'll be doing a lot of cleanup, but I won't be doing it until, actually tomorrow is supposed to be much cooler. It's like 90 already out here. It feels like it's about 90. I think it's going to be 94 today. And then tomorrow it's going to be in the low 70s. And then I think Monday it's supposed to be 68, which is crazy. And then back in the 80s. So it'll be quite a bit cooler for the next few days, and I can get all this weed eated down and cleaned all up. And then I'll probably go get another load of that top dressing. Is that a DeLorean? Was that a DeLorean that just went by over there? Way over there? I think that was a DeLorean. I haven't seen one of those in years. But anyway, yeah, this is looking good. So he's almost done. And then I can get busy on redoing that section, get some boulders, some more top dressing. I might have to wait until I get paid again, because I'm retired, so I only get paid once a month. My retirement check comes in on the 1st, and then I can go buy stuff. But you know how it is, you run out of money in between things, so you gotta pay the bills first before you can play. Look at this grass, it looks horrible. It's so dry. I gotta get my sprinklers on, and I mean, I've watered a few times, 2 or 3 times, but I gotta get the timer back on. So yeah, everything's looking good. So I'll do one more when it's done, and then one more when I've cleaned up. Okay, so he's all finished, and he's got all this. He pulled this dead one out for me too, the dead boxwood under there. So that's good. And I did run the sprinklers. I typically have them, they go off at 6 a.m., but I just wanted to give the grass a good watering real quick because it was so dry. Even though I know you're not supposed to water it when it's hot. Did make an exception. So these 2 boxwoods are gone. He cleaned it up really well. And as you can see, the stumps are still sticking up, but at least I can mound dirt over. I can stack boulders around that and just make it look like, you know, just another section of the garden. And look at this root. That's probably what damaged the pipe that went under there that was leaking last year. Gotta be careful where I'm stepping. I'm barefoot and I don't want to step on a piece of rose. So he got all the roses cut down, and he was out here with a chainsaw just trying to really get these stumps, because these roses, like I said, have been here for 31 years. But you can see the stumps. So I'm going to get, tomorrow morning when it's cool, I'll come out here with my weed eater and I'll cut down all these long tall weeds and clean this up good, get rid of this hose running through here, this actually, I might leave that and bury it, that drip line, because, I mean, it ends right here. It just goes right to, just right there and then stops because I cut it. But I'll be able to move some of these pots over into this area. And, yeah, this will be, I'll clean up that fence line. Everything's drying up now for the summer. You know, we won't get probably any rain until October at the earliest. We might get a summer storm, but we're pretty dry here in this area in the valley until fall. And a lot of times we don't even get rain until middle of winter. So I'm real happy these are gone. I may take I do have a, what do you call it? A Sawzall, is that what you call it? And I may try and cut, you know, some more here straight off. I might be able to cut a bunch of those around. I don't know. I may just mound dirt over the top of it. And then, like I said, boulders. Look at this grapevine. This is a grapevine that was growing in the roses. That thing was crazy. Whew, it's hot. What does it say it is? It says 91, but it feels a little warmer than that. It looks so strange. These roses have been here for so long, it looks so strange. But I'm really happy. He did a great job. And yeah, I can start working on extending this now. I want to do this section here first. And it's mostly, like I said, going to be the top dressing and some big boulders. And then probably, like, I can move some of these kind of pots around that have cactus in it. I need to pot that. I do have a big terracotta pot that I can use. I'm going to put that in it. And then I'll set those around out in here, amidst some boulders and top dressing, and keep it, you know, real simple. And that way I'll be able to keep the weeds down easier. And yeah, that's where I'm at now. So holy cow, it's hot. It's going to be much cooler tomorrow. So I will get out here early tomorrow and I'm going to start working on this. First thing I'm going to do is this little section. I'm going to pull all this purple out. This stuff is just drowning whatever's in there, and it's growing over my rocks. You can't really see my rocks. I got a Keisha Con right in here that's buried. So yeah, I'm going to do this section probably tomorrow morning. So that's it. And I'll leave you with this view down here of those giant boxwoods. Gone. As much as I did like them, look at the area. You can see how far over the sidewalk they were growing. You can just see this section there. And then this one down here too. How far over they've grown. So they shouldn't have been on the sidewalk at all. They've just gotten so big. So, yeah, I can get busy out here. Get this cleaned up. I need to adjust my sprinklers. Trim these roses up, because I might keep these for a while and just hand water them. And yeah, so that's it. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And thanks for watching. And you can hear the sprinklers going off in the trees right now. And we'll see you next time. Beautiful today, huh?